Hi everyone, happy Sunday. So today we are explaining grief, and today we'll be talking about stages of griefs, and we'll be talking about common misconceptions of griefs. So we'll start with stages of griefs. It's Nancy here again. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. So let's jump into it. So we have several stages of grief. Grief can be a complex and challenging experience. To help understand it better, experts have identified 5 stages that many people go through when they are grieving. These stages were first introduced by someone called Elizabeth Kubler in her book on death and dying. Not everyone goes through all the stages, and they might not happen in a specific order. But knowing about them can help you understand your feelings better. So this stage, you don't go through it like in order as they are mentioned. It can just be like a match and mix, but everyone goes through this stage of grief. You might not go through the whole stage, but just for you to know the stages of grief. So there is something called denial. That's the first stage. At this first stage of denial, we often deny that incident happened. When we first learn about the loss, it can be hard to believe, depending on how shocked you are, right? So we might feel numb or in shock. Then this is our mind's way of protecting us from full impact of loss. There is the second stage, which is anger. As the reality of the loss starts to sink in, we might feel angry. This anger can be directed at ourselves, at others, or even at God. There are some things that you'll be going through. You'll be angry at yourself. Why did I even allow this happen? Or why did God allow this happen? I know it happens with me too. Like when some of the things that I wasn't expecting or I've prayed about happens, and I get angry. Maybe I get angry at myself for not doing what I'm supposed to do, or maybe there are some things there are some decisions that I made and it didn't work out that way. So it happens to everybody. So you can feel angry at others. You can even blame people. So that's number 2 stage. And the 3 stage is bargaining. In the bargaining stage, we might try to make deal or promises, hoping to avoid the reality of the loss. We might think about, what if I've done this? Or what if we had done this? What if probably this wouldn't have happened? So we begin to bargain. It happens. Everybody does that. Like you think you can change a lot of things. Maybe if I've done this way, this wouldn't have happened. So that's the bargaining stage. So the 4th stage is depression. Depression is a deep sadness that comes when we realize the full extent of our loss. We might feel overwhelmed, hopeless, or numb. This stage can be very tough, but it's natural part of grieving process. Depression stage is a stage that you get to. You don't feel like talking to anybody. You don't feel like, those things that interest you. You don't feel like engaging in those things anymore. You don't feel like listening to anybody talking to you at all. So this is a stage of depression. And some people don't get to this stage actually. Some people, get themselves before they get to this stage. Some people get to this stage without even knowing that they are depressed. So this is the depression stage. 5th stage is acceptance. Some people jump this depression stage to acceptance stage, and this acceptance doesn't mean that we are okay with the loss. It simply means that we have come to terms with what has happened and the reality of the situation, and you are starting to find a way to move forward. That is acceptance stage. We begin to adjust to a new normal and find ways to live our life despite what has happened. That's what acceptance stage is. It's not like you're accepting it, okay, yeah, but it has happened, it has happened. So there is nothing we can do at this stage. We have accepted that, okay, yeah, this thing is no more, this person is no more. Then how do we find balance? How do we, move on without this stuff? So that's the acceptance stage. So the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance are all parts of healing process. It's important to remember that everyone grieves differently. Some might skip stages and others might go back and forth between them. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. Nobody should tell you, oh no, don't grieve this way, it's too much. No, grieve this way. No, you just flow along, because you don't tell your emotions what to do. You don't tell yourself how to feel. So you're just feeling it as the situation is. So it is not your fault. That's why there's no right or wrong way to grieve over something that you have lost, because the thing is very dear to you. It's only you that knows what you're feeling, right? So that is the stages of grief. And then let's go to common misconceptions. We have 5 misconceptions here, so I'll just quickly go through them. The first one is grief should follow a specific timeline. One common misconception that people talk about, like, okay, you have a particular time when you can mourn someone or when you can grieve over something, that grief doesn't have a timeline. So nobody should tell you that, oh, you've been grieving for so long, you've grieved for so short period of time. No. So that's number 1 misconception. Number 2 is staying busy helps you move on. Or go find something doing to pull your mind away from what you are going through. It doesn't work that way. Staying busy doesn't help you move on. It doesn't. And number 3 is that you should be strong for others. I hear that a lot. I hear people say, oh, you have younger siblings, be strong for them. Oh, you have children, be strong for them. Many people think they need to be strong for their family and friends, hiding their own emotions to support others. So when you are crying, you'll be like, oh, I don't want anybody to see me crying, I need to be strong. It is not your responsibility to be strong. You have emotions also. You are a human being, so you are allowed to grieve as well. So while it's good to help others, it's also important to take care of your own emotional needs. Don't be strong for anybody. So number 4 is grief only involves sadness. Another common myth is that grief is only about feeling sad. Grief can involve a wide range of emotions, including anger, guilt, confusion, and even relief. Number 5, the last one, moving on means forgetting. No. If you have moved on, it doesn't mean you have forgotten about that person. It doesn't mean that you have forgotten about the situation or whatever you have lost. Moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding a way to live with loss and continue life while still remembering and honoring the past. So I will be stopping here because of the time, and I hope this has impacted your life, and I will really love it if you can share this to someone that is going through grief right now, or someone that needs this message. Follow me, and next time we'll be talking about the impact of loss. So see you next time. Bye.